Assalamu alaikum, it's Jenna G. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my kitchen for another cooking video. In today's video we are going to be making stewed beef. So stew is a favorite in Trinidad. We stew and curry just about everything we get our hands on. We probably make a stew from it. And I actually might choose stew over curry, believe it or not. I have to be in a little mood for curry, but I think if you give me stew, I might probably almost always eat it instead of the curry. So let's jump into this video and let me show you guys how I make my version of stew beef. So for our stew beef, guys, these are the ingredients that we need. I've got my beef already cut up and cleaned, and yes, I am one of those people who don't mind little bits and pieces of fat, especially on beef and even on goat. I'm going to be using some MSG free all-purpose seasoning. I always tell you guys this is a must-have in the kitchen. I use it in just about everything. I'm going to be using some paprika in there as well, some brown sugar, some ketchup, some mustard is going to go in there as well. I've got my green seasoning, onion, tomato, hot pepper, and some chopped up chive. These are all the ingredients that we need for our stew beef, and we're going to be cooking with some vegetable oil. So the first thing to do with any meat, especially curries and stew, is to season it up. So in goes the green seasoning. You can have some extra green seasoning on hand as well, because usually I like to add in a little extra just when the meat is finished cooking. In goes our mustard. Our chopped up tomato goes in as well. Hot pepper. Now if you are not a fan of hot pepper, of course you can eliminate it. You can also use pimentos if you like. Those are just our flavor peppers. If you can't get your hands on pimentos, you can use serrano peppers. In goes the onions. Onion is something that I absolutely have to cook with. If you're wondering about garlic, I also love to include garlic, but the green seasoning already has garlic, so I don't really need to add any more. So in goes the all-purpose seasoning, and this you can adjust it later on, so you don't need to add too much at this point in time. You can always add later on. And in goes the paprika as well. I'm going to mix this up. Now you can let this marinate for as long as possible, or if you don't have the time, you can actually cook it immediately after seasoning it. I personally prefer to let my meat marinate for a while. So usually when you're stewing, some people add some oil, some people say you don't need to add oil. It's really up to you. I usually just add a little bit. And once the oil is hot, I'm going to be adding my brown sugar. And you're going to stir this up until it starts bubbling, until that sugar starts thickening up and it resembles like a cake batter mixture. It can take a few minutes. You want to keep your heat on low, medium. And some people actually say you don't even need to stir it, but I personally prefer to keep stirring it up just to make sure that all the sugar is evenly going through that caramelization process. Once the sugar is nicely thickened up and you have that nice color, that brown color, and it resembles that cake batter mixture, you're going to be adding in your ketchup. You're going to give it a quick stir, and then you're going to be adding in your seasoned meat. Once the seasoned meat is added to the pot, you're going to just stir it up, make sure get all of that nice ketchup and sugar mixture on all the pieces of your beef. And then I'm going to just be cranking up the heat to high, and I'm just going to let that natural juices spring from the beef, and most of it we want that to evaporate. So once it's all evaporated, there's not much liquid left in the pot like this. You're going to be adding in enough water to cover the meat. And then I'm going to cover the pot, and I'm just going to let this cook until that meat is nice and soft. Now depending on the type of beef, the beef cut that you have, it can take a long time. So of course in this step, you have the option of adding into a pressure cooker to speed up the cook time. But once you have the time, you can leave it on that medium heat, cover the pot, and let it cook through nicely. Of course, while it's cooking, you want to make sure that you check it from time to time to make sure that it's not sticking, and also add water as needed. And this, guys, would be my stew beef. Just the right amount of sauce for me to eat it with my rice. Or you can eat it with roti if you want it a little more dry. Of course, leave it and let it cook for a little longer. So there we have our stewed beef, piping hot. Looks great, fantastic, lovely color. And like I said, just the right amount of sauce for me to enjoy it with my rice. So hope you guys enjoyed my stew beef video. Stew is one of those things that you have different ways of making it. Everybody has their own unique ways. Me myself, actually, depends on the timing. You know, might add sometimes I actually use mustard in this one, as you saw. Not all the time I'll add any mustard. Some people say you have to add the mustard. Some people say you even have to add in some golden ray butter to it as well. So we all have our own versions of stew. I will post the links to my other stew videos down below so you guys could check it out as well. So thank you guys for watching. As always, very, very much appreciated. If you've never had stewed beef, Trini style stew beef, give this recipe a try out, and of course send me photos. Always very, very much appreciated. So thank you again for watching, guys, and I will see you all in my next video.